Hey y'all, so I'm back with the collective message, and this week is talking about us speaking our truth. So we are being encouraged to speak our truth, to just be honest and communicate what's not being said. Some of us are not saying what needs to be said when it comes to certain situations, and we're being called to step up and use our voice and express how we feel and to share how we feel because, people are playing games, and don't just basically cut through the bullshit and really speak from the heart. Speak your truth to whoever needs to hear it. Your truth is valid. Whatever it is that you have to say, whatever it is that you've been holding in for some time, it's time to speak it greatly with honesty. Just be honest, because maybe you've been holding something in to the point that you're ready to let it out. Don't allow people to just say things to you because it sound good, because they know they can play on your mental pretty much. So now is the time to just speak up, be honest about how you're feeling. Maybe you've been noticing some things, but you just been kind of low key letting things boil over. So this is why the message came up, to speak your truth, to really share how you feel. Just communicate clearly in honesty, and just do the work that's necessary to really just get your point across, to communicate whatever it is that you may be feeling, experiencing, or going through. Now is the time for you to speak up and own your truth. The truth is in your blood. The truth is in your veins. Maybe some of y'all haven't been speaking up on just an issue that has taken place a while ago, and you're ready to release and let go, or let someone know how you feel. And so this message is saying it's safe for you to let whoever know how you feel, because it's your truth. So stand in your truth and communicate. Then we have the message of we all hold on to guilt from our past. Okay, so we all have this guilt that we're holding on to from our past. Maybe some people have worked through it. Maybe some of us haven't. And this guilt from the past is really controlling and dictating your life. And this is why communication came up. This is why speaking your truth came up, because it's time to speak your truth. It's time to stop allowing the past guilt to get in the way of you moving forward. So just speak up. Speak your truth. Let go of this guilt. These things weigh our spirit down and prevent us from growing. So maybe some of our spirits are just weighed down by this guilt, this trauma, something that has taken place in the past that's still kind of haunting some of us. So it's time to speak it. It's time to bring it up to the, surface, to let it out so that you can be able to move forward and start to grow, because this guilt may be keeping you stagnant. It may be keeping you stuck. Okay. So, it's time to just tap into that, and speak your guilt out loud. So whatever it is that you are holding on to, speak it out loud. Put your hands to your throat, really start to just speak it out. Okay. And as you do that, whatever this guilt is that you're holding on to, as you speak the words and you bring it up, maybe some of y'all haven't shared this guilt that you're holding on to. So you're being called to speak it, even if you're alone. Put your hands to your throat, speak this truth and say it. And when you do it, this is the process of allowing it to disappear, to come up out of your body, to disappear, to free you, and then if you feel safe to share this guilt or this past trauma with someone close, then do this, a trusted source. But it's time to speak your truth and let it up and let it out, because it doesn't define you. Your guilt doesn't define you. And then we have the message of owning this life truth is freeing. Okay, I am not in charge or responsible for the wrecks others have created in their lives. So we are not responsible for the wreck that people have created in their lives. And a lot of us are taking on other people's guilt, other people's trauma, and holding on to it as if it is ours. It is not. And so that's why this message came up, because this is what's going to free us. This is what's going to free you. You're not responsible for the wreck that a person has created in their lives. So don't hold on or take on their burden. Okay? We do not need to save everyone in our lives. Okay, so this message is saying we don't need to save everyone. Okay, we're not responsible for the things that they have done to us, the things that they are doing. They have their own life and we have ours, and we need to really focus in on ourselves, to do the work within ourselves so that we can become better, so that we can do the work to excel and to be in our gifts and our strengths. Okay, so we need to let go of trying to be there for other people and pick up the shit that they have done and let them do their own work, because we're not responsible for people in their trauma, in their past, in their guilt. We are only responsible for ourselves at this moment. And the work that we do on ourselves, this will help with just people showing up differently in our lives. So we have to focus on ourselves. That is the message. And today, just have an open mind and experience new possibilities. Think about what it would be, a new way of living for yourself if you was to speak your truth, if you was to do something different. Think of the new possibilities that could come into your life and the new opportunities once you speak your truth and free yourself from the guilt and the trauma and the pain. Try to just be curious and open your mind today and think about that. If you shared your truth or you let out some things, how freeing you would feel and how your life can start to move in the direction that you want it to move in. Okay, and then the last message that we have is just count your blessings. Count the blessings that you have in your life now, how far you've come. The past is over. All we have is memories that's from the past, but the past is literally over. It's the memories that we're holding on to. And when we can let go of the memories that pretty much is blocking us from our greatness and our growth, and create new ones, and stop living in guilt and trauma and all of these things that's just not really allowing us to excel and move in the direction that our true authentic selves want to be in. When we can release and tap into our authentic selves, then we'll see change. So that is our message for this week, y'all. Peace.